Acción, brought to you by the U.S. Army. There's strong, then there's Army strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, the natural born killer Carlos Condit makes that walk
again. My name is Carlos Condit. I'm a UFC fighter. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Started wrestling when I was 9 years old. That's kind of when I first saw UFC, and I fell in love right off the bat. So when I was a little bit older, about 15 years old, I started training in this mixed martial arts. Found a great gym that just happens to be in Albuquerque. When I first started fighting and participating in the sport, you know, the perception is that we were thugs and that this wasn't a real thing, that this is this underground kind of outlaw, you know, spectacle. And you know, now it's a household name. I started taking it more seriously in my early 20s. As I started climbing up the rankings and fighting in bigger organizations, and was able to make a living doing this, I figured, hey, you know what? I don't have anything else going on in my life career-wise, so I might as well do this. I would describe my style as very well-rounded. When I started doing it mixed martial arts, I trained kickboxing and boxing as well as jiu-jitsu right off the bat. So I think that I bring that well-rounded skill set into the fight. At this point in my career, my record is 30-8. I have 28 wins by knockout or submission. I've held the interim UFC welterweight belt, and now I am currently fighting for the undisputed welterweight title of the UFC.
Undisputed UFC Welterweight Champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre!
Fighting George was an honor. He's a guy that I looked up to in the sport for a really long time. You know, I was trying to unify that belt. I was trying to get that interim technicality out of the title and be the undisputed champion. And I was really close. I almost finished George, but slipped through my fingers. I didn't quite get it done that night. So, you know, it's disappointing, but you know, just having been through that and having had that experience is something that I can take into the rest of my career and the rest of my life. I had some setbacks. I had a couple of losses right in a row, and then I blew my knee. I blew my ACL and tore my meniscus in a fight. To get back, it's really just been focusing on the small incremental steps. If I looked at the big picture, it would have been overwhelming. So I just had to focus, you know, day by day, training session by training session, you know, on the thing that I had right in front of me, the things that I could control, and not, you know, try not to get overwhelmed by, oh, how far I had to go. I don't know what sets me apart, but I can tell you what I think has played into my success, and it's passion for the sport. You know, I love what I do. I don't think that I'm necessarily the best athlete, but I am dedicated to being a fighter, and I put in the hours, and you know, I'm hard-headed, and I'm tenacious, and I get in there and I try to win. I give my best, give 100% every time I step in the octagon.
By TKO, the natural born